Okay, so today we're going to play a little game. Come on, I know you want to. So let's hypothesize that you're my client. Just go with me on this. So you're my client and you've come to me and you've asked me to make you a piece of jewellery. I mean, what else could you ask me to make you? I am a jeweller after all. I mean, I suppose you could come to me and ask me to try and make you a cake, but I'm not going to lie, you're probably going to go home with a cake-shaped ring or necklace or something, and I don't think that's what you had in mind. That might actually be quite cool. Anyway, you've come to me and you've asked me to make you a piece of jewellery. So what do? We start talking, we start discussing the project, and then all of a sudden I will come out with 3 questions guaranteed to make you think, what is she talking about and why is she asking me these questions? So the first question you'll have coming your way is, what is your job and what are your hobbies? Secondly, I would ask you, how do you define your style? And lastly, I would ask you, what kind of music do you like listening to? So why am I asking you these questions? Am I just being incredibly nosy and invasive? Or is there a specific reason why I'm asking you these questions? Hi, my name is Lorna Romanenghi and I am a jewellery designer and maker. My work has been exhibited internationally and has won numerous awards along the way. Here, on my channel, I will take you by the hand, giving you VIP access to behind the scenes of the jewellery world, so you can feel more confident and educated when buying, commissioning, or simply appreciating jewellery. To make sure you don't miss out on any new content, click the subscribe button below. Yes, well done. You've guessed it. There is a very specific reason why I ask these questions when dealing with a commission. And today I'm going to share with you exactly why I ask these 3 questions, what they mean, and why they are so important for the creative process. Question number 1. What is your job and what are your hobbies? So this question could also be translated as, what is your lifestyle? And I need to know your lifestyle and how you live day-to-day life in order to adapt my designs accordingly. Now I'm going to give you some practical examples so you can visualize it and understand what I'm talking about. If, for example, let's say you're a plumber or an electrician, and let's say in your spare time you enjoy rock climbing. Yeah? Well, this identifies you as a very practical, hands-on kind of person, and this is something that I should be reflecting in my designs, because leading a very practical lifestyle means that I need to make some design choices that will accommodate your lifestyle. So one example is, I wouldn't be making something that's really intricate and really fiddly with loads of rocks that are protruding from it that could get caught in things and therefore is not viable for your lifestyle. If, however, you're, let's say, an office worker, right? And in your spare time you enjoy going to museums and art galleries and something that's maybe a little bit more artsy but not so hands-on, then that identifies what kind of person you are and what kind of lifestyle you lead, and therefore again I can adapt my designs accordingly to incorporate things that are maybe a little bit more big and bold and brave and grand, and therefore I can maybe do those settings that are protruding from the ring because it will actually go with your lifestyle. Now I realise that these are 2 polarised examples, but it just gives you an idea of the kind of information that I need in order to design something that would be comfortable for you to wear on an everyday basis. Or even if it's something that you want as just something occasional, it's still good for me to understand where and when and how these pieces are going to be made, and therefore I can design accordingly so that it's something that you are really comfortable with and it's something that is perfect for you and your lifestyle. Question number 2. How do you define your style? Now, this question allows me to understand your visual aesthetic. So knowing how you choose to dress and what styles you maybe identify with allows me to adapt my designs so that they represent your visual aesthetic. For example, if you identify, let's say, as a minimalist, I wouldn't design something that is really intricate and big and bulky and has got loads of parts to it and is just a bit too busy for you, because that would not go with your sense of style and your visual aesthetic. If, however, let's say you're really drawn in by high fashion and you identify as maybe having a bit more of an avant-garde and grand approach to style and fashion, then that is something that I can use in my designs to influence me and again design something that is perfect for you and your visual aesthetic. Question number 3. What kind of music do you listen to? So I'm already hearing you say, okay, lifestyle, I get it. Visual aesthetic, again, it makes sense. So the previous 2 questions, they're making sense now. But music? Why do you need to know what music I listen to? Well, there are 2 very important reasons why I asked this question. Firstly, it allows me to understand your personality. Now, music is very personal, but I believe it to be the best reflection of someone's personality. I mean, your guilty pleasure song really does speak volumes. But understanding your musical tastes allows me to understand you more as a person and maybe get a more rounded vision of who you are, what you might like, and also what this piece of jewellery might mean to you. All of this combined would allow me to already do a much better job than by just answering the previous 2 questions. Secondly, the kind of music that I decide to listen to when I work has a huge impact on the end designs or the end finished piece. Music has an absolutely huge impact on both mood and imagination. Don't believe me? Well, just try and think about the kind of music that you choose to listen to throughout your day. For example, the music that you decide to listen to while doing a workout, as opposed to the music that you choose when you're maybe trying to relax in a bath. They are 2 very different kinds of music. However, if you decide to swap these 2 kinds of music around, you would have a very, very different experience in both sides. I actually don't know which one would be harder, trying to work out to, let's say, the dulcet tones of Enya, or trying to relax in a bath to the latest running techno beat. But anyway, you can see that music really does have a huge impact to your mood on an everyday basis. So the way that I use this in my designs is that if I really understand what kind of music you like listening to, but it doesn't even have to be music, it could be radio programs, it could even be audiobooks, but if I can get an idea of what kind of person you are and what you like listening to, I can consciously decide to listen to that kind of music, or maybe pick that audiobook that you told me about, or maybe listen to that radio program that you like. So that while I'm designing and while I'm making, I am constantly reminded of who you are and who I am making for, and really do the best job that I can to really capture your personality and what you want. So now that I've explained these questions to you, you might maybe not think I'm so weird if you do end up coming to me for a commission, and you can already be prepared for these 3 questions that will be coming your way. Now, here's a little challenge for you. Why don't you try, just for fun, asking yourself some of these questions, and then thinking about the jewellery that you own. Does it perfectly fit who you are? If the answer is yes, then I guarantee that those will be pieces of jewellery that you will be treasuring for the rest of your life. If the answer's no, well, you know where I am. Seriously though, I do really believe that the jewellery that you own should really reflect your lifestyle, your visual aesthetic, and your personality in order to be a timeless piece of jewellery that you will love forever and possibly wear on a daily basis. So I hope you found this video interesting and has maybe given you something to think about the jewellery that you already own or about jewellery that you may own in the future. If you do enjoy my videos, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel down below, and don't forget to click the little notification button at the side so that you keep up to date with all my latest releases. Thank you again, and thank you to everyone who's already subscribed. Your support means the world to me. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video.